If you're thinking about relocating to Houston, these are some of the things that you need to know before moving.
Number one, Houston is still affordable compared to most major cities. In the latest report from the National Association of Realtors, the median home price in Houston was about $350K, while the national median was $391.
Number two, Houston is the fourth largest city and it's known for its diversity.
We love living in a diverse city where so many different backgrounds and cultures come together to form a unique Houstonian culture. And all those awesome cultures lends itself to our awesome food scene.
Yeah, Houston's food scene is pretty legit. People joke around and they often say that Houston, all you can do is eat and drink, which is partly true, but it's just because we have so many options and the food here is absolutely amazing. Number four, our museums are world-class and I feel like they're underrated. We have so many museums here that are amazing. The Children's Museum, which is great for kids, which I just was talking to my friend about visiting soon. The Museum of Fine Arts, the Manil Collection. I mean, there's so much out here and we feel like there's just so much to do in Houston and our museums are pretty cool.
Number five, the Houston Med Center is one of the largest medical complexes in the world and it's home to over 50 institutions, hospitals, and learning centers. Our Med Center is known for excellent world-class healthcare and people fly from all over the world to come here. It's also an important part of our economy. There's so many people involved in the medical profession, whether it be doctors, nurses, and all the support staff that go along with that.
Number six, it's warm year-round and the summers are extremely hot.
And you never get used to it. So
it's always hot.
If you like warm weather, you'll love it here in Houston because it is always hot.
Right now this video is in mid-January and it's like 80 degrees outside, which is crazy to us.
Facts. The seventh thing you need to know is that it rains a lot in Houston and any area can be prone to flash floods, regardless of whether or not you're in a designated flood zone. So a lot of times when people move to Houston, they say, I don't want to be in a flood zone. Well, not being in a flood zone doesn't necessarily mean you're no longer at risk for flooding. And conversely, just because you are in a flood zone doesn't mean you're gonna flood for sure. We see many homes that are in a flood zone that have never flooded. So the thing to know is that you need to consider a house and its flooding history in a case-by-case basis.
Yes, and we always recommend to get flood insurance, regardless if you're in a flood zone or not. Number eight is walkability. In Houston, people don't really walk anywhere. We mostly drive. Everything is kind of far away, and plus, you know, we did say it's hot. So.
It's mainly because it's hot most of the year. Like honestly, we live in a walkable area. It's technically walkable. We might walk 2 months out the year.
We've been walking a little bit recently, but.
So I guess the point is a lot of times when people are moving to Houston, they want to live in a walkable city, a walkable part of town. And what I always say to them is that even if you are in a walkable part of town, you may not walk that as much as you think you are. And so that leads us to number 9. And public transportation really isn't a thing here. We're a commuter city and everybody drives. The public transportation options aren't as robust or aren't as plentiful or work as well as cities like, you know, New York, even San Francisco, places like that.
Right, and you are coming from cities like New York or San Francisco where getting a car is not really a thing over there. Getting a car in Houston is crucial. You definitely need a car to get around over here.
The 10th thing you need to know about Houston is that there's no zoning. So that's just something you might have to get used to. Even here for us on our street, we're in a residential area, but right across the street from us is a distribution warehouse. So that's just something to know and get used to if you're moving to Houston.
And number 11, the last thing, the suburbs are very far, like very far. If you are working or you often frequent in the inner loop, it could be like an hour to just get to and from work or at home. So it's just something to take it for.
Yeah, no, like sometimes even an hour and 45 minutes, like from downtown to certain parts of the Woodlands or Katy, you can be in your car for almost 2 hours during peak traffic times. And even going from one suburb to another, right? If you're going from the Woodlands to like Sugarland, bro, forget it. You're gonna be in your car for 2 days.
Yes, so some of the neighborhood suburbs are kind of far away from each other.
So we just wanted to mention that because a lot of times when we have clients that are relocating, they say they're okay with commuting, and their commute, you know, they might be used to 20-30 minutes, where that is short for us here in Houston.
So those are some of the things that you need to know before moving to Houston. We really hope that it was very helpful. And if you are relocating to Houston and you have more questions, just let us know.
You can leave a comment here on this video or shoot us a DM on Instagram. You can even email us at hello@christiancab.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to help.